going on, everybody? This is Sanitary 103. Thank you for watching yet another video. So in this installment, I'm going to go over the top 10 ways you can slow down the chances of aging naturally. Now the key word is naturally. Sure, you can go and get some work done, but I prefer to go the natural route, so let's go over this list. The first tip is to get an adequate amount of sleep. Now everyone's needs are different, but typically for adults you need between 7 to 9 hours. And if you're younger, you may need more, it just depends on how you feel. I'm sure it's happened to you, or you've seen other people when they don't get enough sleep. They feel really groggy, they're tired, and they get those dark circles under your eyes, and it definitely increases the chances of aging, and you don't want that. So make sure you get an adequate amount of sleep. The second tip is to drink plenty of water. Now your body is primarily comprised of water, so it only makes sense that you put water into your body. It's been proven that it'll help flush your system out, and it's very good for your skin, so make sure you drink plenty of water. Tip number 3 is to have a proper diet and to exercise. Now I was gonna group these separately, but I kind of feel like the diet and the exercise always go hand in hand. That's what I always preach, so let's go lump them in for tip number 3. Now with the exercise portion, it's pretty self-explanatory, but exercising is good for your lungs, it's good for your heart, it helps reduce stress. It basically helps you sleep better at night, and overall it decreases the aging process. As far as the dieting portion, you want to respect your body. You want to treat it as a temple. Now you wouldn't put crappy oil into a new sports car, right? So why would you put junk into your body? So you want to always try to put wholesome foods into your body, foods that are less processed and foods that were meant to be eaten on this planet, such as fruits and vegetables, the lean proteins, the meats. You want to stay away from, the refined carbs and all the excess sugar and soda and chips and cookies. The fourth tip is to minimize your time in direct sunlight. Now, a lot of people love going to the beach. They like to go out on a bright sunny day. I'm not saying to avoid that altogether, but make sure if you do go out in the sun that you wear some proper sunscreen. Too much sun exposure is going to increase the chances of getting more wrinkles, and it can increase your chances of getting skin cancer. So make sure if you do go out in the sun that you wear proper sunscreen, wear a visor, a hat, and definitely stay in shady areas if possible. Tip number 5 is not to smoke. This is pretty self-explanatory, but you look at a chronic smoker all those years and they look pretty old for their age. They get the yellow fingers, bad breath, gross teeth, wrinkles, the list just goes on and on. So stay away from the tobacco, and also it increases your chances of lung cancer, and the secondhand smoke is not good for other people as well. Alrighty, tip number 6 is to limit the alcohol intake. Now I didn't say get rid of it altogether, because it's been proven that one 12-ounce beer or a spirit slash 4-ounce shot or a glass of wine, I believe, is actually beneficial to the heart. So in moderation, alcohol is fine. But in general, if you're going out on these crazy binges, on these all-out benders, it's definitely going to increase your chances of gaining weight, more belly fat, and typically overweight people tend to look older than what they are. So definitely limit your alcohol intake. Tip number 7 is to drink tea. It's been proven that drinking tea reduces the chances of the formation of wrinkles and dark circles under your eyes. So that's definitely going to decrease the chances of aging, so drink some tea. Tip number 8 is to have a good laugh. It's been proven that when you laugh, the stress hormone cortisol actually gets reduced. Now, when you are too stressed out, that increases all the bad things in your body. I did a video on how to manage stress, and I briefly went into that. But basically, try to take things lightly and make sure you have a good laugh. Tip number 9 is to get essential vitamins to help protect your skin. Now, staying away from the sun is good. Staying away from smoking. Eating right, exercising, that's all gravy, but unfortunately sometimes you need a little bit extra help. So you want to make sure in particular you get vitamins A, C, D, and E through regular food, and if not, get it through a vitamin. On to tip number 10, and before I go over tip number 10, tips 1 through 9 pertain to the exterior appearance, but tip number 10 has to do with the aging of the mind. Now you want to stay sharp, so it's always good to make sure that you read, do some crossword puzzles. You just want to make sure you don't make your mind to mush. And a little quick trick, before we depart, that I like to do is, if there's like a small list of groceries that I need, obviously if it's like 20 items, I'm not going to remember all of them. But if it's like a few things, like 5 or 6 things, I may just write it down just in case I may forget at the grocery store. But in general, I like to try to remember it in my head and then go to the grocery store and see if I can remember all the items. If I do remember all the items, that obviously means I'm still pretty sharp. And if I forget a few, it's not a big deal. I'll just make sure I'll look at my list. But that's a good way to keep your brain, active and on its toes. Alright, that about wraps it up. Thank you for watching yet another video. Now, none of us can prevent the aging process because we're all going to get old pretty soon, if not already. But we can definitely take steps towards minimizing the chances of the aging process. Thanks once again. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.